Good morning, guys. How you doing today? Well, I hope you had a good weekend. I was just checking the charts here. Well, I'm not expecting much from price today. We are at a Monday, no news today, so not expecting much. Price is in between two fair value gaps, so it may range here a bit, like we are already seeing here after the opening bell. Price came down to this 1 minute fair value gap, which was made at the NFP release last Fridays, and can take out these highs, bounce, and take these lows, and probably that's some kind of type of price action that we might expect today. So far, NQ and ES is not quite in sync as we like to see. I really would like to see a run down to these data lows that were left behind on ES, but since we don't have any clear downside move here, I will wait a bit and wait until NQ and ES get in sync. So far, we touched the fair value gap, and ES is battling in between the midnight open and this fair value gap. So we still have to wait. We can't do nothing here. NQ is pushing higher, while ES was pushing lower. So when those two indices are out of synchronization, I don't like to mess with it. This is the last new week opening gap, so I will annotate it here on the chart. So far trading below it. So to be bullish, I would like to see price trade above it and use it as the support. Reach this fair value gap, try to purge all these relative equal highs here, but let's see. So far we have a end dog here and a bearish fair value gap and midnight open that we have to go through, so still waiting. So far NQ is pushing higher, so we will probably get through all these resistances. So let's see. Once again, midnight open is offering some resistance here, so if we could displace down here, we could see probably this sell side here, or even a touch on the end dog as our draw on liquidity, but nothing more right now. NQ stopped right at the middle of its NWOG, so it got rejected. It tried to push higher, but got rejected it right at the NWOG. Yeah, no displacement so far on ES. Price kind of nimble here, so not much action as expected. Yes, once again testing the midnight open. Well, so far nothing happened here on ES. We have 1 minute until 10 a.m. Usually 10 a.m. gives us some momentum, so we will see what it will offer us. Right now I'm not expecting anything because it's kind of 50-50. We have relatively equal highs here. We have some sell side here below. We are trading in the middle of the range, so it can go either way. first minute of the 10 a.m. candle, and we are testing again midnight open. No displacement so far, so nothing to do. Seems like another rejection building here. NQ is also responding with a rejection. Yeah, 10 a.m. candle not giving us any action so far. Until now, we have the new week opening gap, the last one, being respected. This end dog also being respected. The first presented for value gap also being respected. The midnight open also being respected, which can tell us that we might be witnessing a bearish signature on the price. But we can't do nothing since there's no displacement, there's no action, there's no movement here. Yeah, it seems like ES is trying to make a move down here, just like expected. But it also left some relative equal highs right at the midnight open, which is always suspicious. Yeah, there we go. Entering here the bullish fair value gap that was formed with NFP. NQ also trying to push lower. It entered the bullish fair value gap here. It's also respecting this little order block here and respecting the upper band of the fair value gap. Let's see if price wants to get inside this range again, or if it continues lower. Yeah, so far trying to get back to the range. and the price seems like it's trying to reach lower. Left a small fair value gap here. Not yet, but it will probably close next to this down close candle here. Would be interesting to see if price can reach this fair value gap here. There we go, with some momentum right now. Sell side was taken. Let's see if we can go further down. Let's see if we can go to the sell side down here. I guess this is a minor sell side. Liquidity here. We have data lows to be explored, so So far, price respecting this bearish fair value gap. It's closing below the fair value gap. It's touching inside of it, respecting the upper band. Yeah, so far price is trying to reach down. I will lower my risk here. Probably to a break-even trade, since if price wants to reach again to this area, it wouldn't be a good signal. So I want to see it trade below this midpoint of the fair value gap, and right now try to destroy this and dog lower, catching some speed. Yeah, there we go. Probably take some off here. And let's see if we can reach these data lows. So I want to see ndog here act as resistance right now and push price lower. We will probably form a fair value gap here. So I would like to see this fair value gap being respected. Yeah, we'll try to take one here. Instead of two. And we'll try to leave a runner because we down below these levels, if price wants to continue lower, because we have a lot of liquidity here from day 3rd of December to 4th of December, nothing here was purged. So if price wants to run lower until 6,050, I will try to run that low, run that run that runner until those values. But let's see. Once again, the fair value gap is being respected here. Could have opened another position here, but since it's Monday, I don't want to pyramid on a Monday no news. I'm not moving my stop loss lower now because I still want to see a formation of an order block to protect my stop. Until now I just have this one here, and this one can still be retested. So I want to see an order block formed here to be able to lower my stop. There we go. We respected this fair value gap here. Respecting also the end dog, so a lot of confluences. If you can close the unclosed candle below this swing high, then it's time to move my stop lower. Still pushing lower, but I want to see a down close candle closing below this low here to be able to push my stop a little bit lower, probably above these end dog and fair value gap. Price will probably hit this sell side between 1050 and 1110, which is the macro hour. If we see it running it before that hour, we can expect the macro hour to be a bullish reaction probably, but we will wait and see. Looking at the NQ still has some sell side liquidity to run, but of course it can retrace first. But I'm expecting it to gain some speed also. We will see. So we closed below, and I'm moving now my stop loss. We will probably hit the sell side liquidity soon. So this is the first fair value gap outside of that big one. I'm expecting it to act as a resistance. We have our order block formed here, so I can probably readjust my stop loss here. Let's see if price wants to respect this fair value gap. We still have this order block here too to be respected. So these two PD arrays act as a defense to our short. Strong push to the upside. This fair value was kind of disrespected here. We still have some sell side to be punished here. This should be our last defense here. But we also have this big one that is now inverted. Yeah, NQ made a huge reaction here, probably to the 15-minute order block here. That's why we had this massive reaction here on ES2. Let's see if we can continue lower, because we still have this sell side liquidity to purge, at least. Nice reaction from the order block, and also from this now inverted fair value gap. Now I would like to see it close lower, forming another low at least. Otherwise we can be stuck on this range for some time, probably until 1050. So right now I would like to see the sell side liquidity being purged before 1050. 5 minutes left. Let's see if we can make a run here. There we go. Sell side hidden. So now I will lower my stop loss here a little bit more and trail this runner aggressively, because I don't want to lose a lot on this runner. If price wants to reach lower, it will probably gain some serious speed right now, because on the 1 hour time frame we have a lot of sell side liquidity from the 3rd of December. It hasn't been quite explored. But for that to happen, I want to see NQ also gain some speed, which in fact it isn't right now. It still has to make another low. Another fair value gap here. NQ still has some new lows to make, so that's why ES is retracing now. Well, at this point for ES, we hit the major liquidity pools that we were expecting. So we still have some relatively lows down below at 6,069. But for that to be purged, we need some help from NQ. NQ still has to make another low. So far we have an SMT with NQ and an SMT at almost 11 AM. It can mark a reversal here, so I will probably put my stop a little bit lower. Let's see if NQ wants to head lower to another low. Yeah, so far we are, seems like time distorting here. We left this for value gap without any touch. We have another one here which was touched several times but never closed inside of it, which can be a bearish signal. We still have relative equal lows at 6,078, 79, 70, not 70, 60. So we can have another leg down probably. Expecting NQ to push ES lower eventually. This can also be the time of the day where we will punish those who are making money right now, which are the short sellers. It usually happens at 11, so that's why I have my stop right here. I don't want to have it here or even at break even, because I can market can easily start to break these for value gaps to reach for these highs here, where people tend to put their stops. Yeah, not 9, but 11 o'clock, and we start to see some movement as anticipated. Let's see if we head higher to punish those who are selling right now, or if we maintain our bearish momentum and try to grab some more cells here. Nice reaction here from this first bearish for value gap. Another low is taking place, so I would like to see a close, not just a purge, but a close below. If we can manage to get a close, we will probably hit those relative equal lows at 60, 69. There we go. So I'm moving my stop just a little bit, probably here by now, because this fair value gap is acting as a breakaway gap right now. It will probably be respected, but it can be retraced. At least the first band can be retraced, the first band, so that's why I'm putting it here. It should not be tested, retested, but we never know. And Q making another low and probably heading lower, since we are respecting a bearish for value gap on NQ. On NQ we still have data lows to be hidden, so we still have 40 points to go lower on NQ. Let's see if it can drag ES lower too. NQ moving down, so we still have 30 points to go on NQ. At this point I will move my stop loss lower. Kind of a slow Monday price action, but offering us a nice down movement here. Price already moved 20 handles on ES, which it's not much, but it's not a lot. But it's a good move for a Monday on December. With no news, we can say that's a good move. So at this point, ES is really starting to purge all those sell stops that are from people that bought ES between the 3rd and the 4th of December. As you look on the 1 hour time frame, there's a low resistance liquidity run here, which is being purged right now. And NQ is hitting the data low, so those 40 to 30 points, those are gone already. NQ just hit it. I'm expecting right now a retrace from price, since NQ hit a major target here, which are the NFP data lows. Let's see if these bearish PD arrays will still hold, or they start to be disrespected. Well, for those watching the stream, I hope you guys are enjoying it. It's kind of a soft and calm stream. That's my that's my posture really when I'm trading. Of course, that I have some days that I'm not quite well, and I'm not on the peak of my my performance, but that's usually how I approach. That's usually how I approach the markets. So as I was saying, I was expecting a major retrace here. Let's see if these fair value gaps start to be disrespected or not. Let's see if this order block here holds or not. So probably we'll put my stop loss even further down, just to secure some more profits. But yeah, it was quite a nice run to the downside here, and was able to call it quite good. Yeah, the first order block here. Let's see if we can it retrace to half of it. Let's see if we can respect it. Otherwise we will try to clean these highs and probably go further and try to clean also these highs too. That's not what I want to participate in. That's why I'm moving my stock down here, giving just some minor room to price move to the upside. Because if you want to continue lower in the next minutes, price should not go much higher from here. Yeah, it seems like price wants to retrace. It's climbing lower and lower, slower and slower. It's making a climb. this should be the last line of defense for my stop here. It's working the order block here. It already closed above the 50%, so it will probably now push higher. And there we go. We'll get stopped out here. But managed to catch a nice movement. The last down leg, those last 4 to 5 candles, I wasn't able, because we could go a little bit lower, but in Q, as I was saying, it tagged a major sell side liquidity pool that was data loads from NFP, and it made price to react and start to retrace. As we are entering lunch hour, I now expect price to probably start and try to start to punish all those who were trailing their stops with this down move. So, which means that stops that are here above these swing highs are in danger. Stops that are here above midnight open could be in danger also. Those ones that entered in a late short will be punished, no doubt. So I'm not bullish. But price can do something like this, a quick run to the upside, and then boom, continue its move lower. I will not participate on that. I will just watch it develop, and that's it for today. I think I will just watch price move until lunch hour. Will not participate in anything, but I guess I can call it a day for today. Yeah, just as we expected. I was saying that if we hit sell side liquidity before the 1050 macro, we could expect a retrace higher right after, and that's what's happening right now. We can probably go here, but as I mentioned before, I will not participate on anything. We'll just watch it. As you can see on the 15-minute time frame, the whole range between NFP from Friday's NFP and today's price action before 10 a.m. It can be a huge BPR, so a balanced price range, which means that price can go and retrace to probably 60.85, which is right here, and then continue its trajectory lower, because on the 15-minute time frame we still have some sell side to purge here at 60.45. Yeah, 60.45. I can see price probably not today or at NYPM, but we can still run to that downside. And if we have some help from in Q, which is starting its major pullback now. Yeah. And Q still has some sell side to purge at 21,426, and has some relative equal lows at 21,388. Yeah, we still have some sell side to be purged. But I guess I'm content with the first leg. It was a nice leg. Was a 1 hour leg, so was the 1 hour, the 10 a.m. candle, which I usually like to trade. Usually it usually marks an expansion, and it usually marks also a reversal in price action. And if you can catch the opening of it and the close of it, or near the close, you usually can get a big move or a major move. A lot of people were bullish right from the beginning. As you can see here, this was what I wrote right at the open. I hadn't a defined bias. I was just waiting for price to show me its hand, and as I start to see the first presented for value gap being respected, midnight open being respected, new week opening gap being respected, end dog being respected. Those were all bearish signals on price action, and at that point we had some minor sell side liquidity here. We took it. And we start to climb a little bit higher. But as soon as I saw that this fair value gap was being respected and price was starting to respect this fair value gap, since price had all these bearish signatures, I was expecting most probably sell side liquidity from data lows from Friday's NFP. So that's why I entered here, took partials right at the first expansion. That's usually my type of action. I usually take partials right at the first expansion, and then it's a free drive down here. Took some more partials at the major sell side that I was expecting, and then I took something more here at the lowest point. And now price is running to the upside, most probably starting to punish the short sellers. The late short sellers are already in panic. Those who try to enter here after hitting the first major sell side liquidity pool and did not took profits around here are panicking right now. The next ones will be those who started to sell around here and did not took partials already, and I'm not expecting price to reach higher and come here, but that's what we will see probably at lunch hour. So as you can see, price is inverting all these PD arrays right after 11 a.m. We'll probably invert this one too. And we'll probably reach for these two swing highs. If I take a fib here, as soon as we get above these swing highs, we are on premium again, on premium prices. So these might be the right spots to close potential shorts for those who were buying here, and to initiate another sell off to the downside. So this might happen probably at 12, between 12 and NYPM probably. Yeah, starting to revert this one too, as we were expecting. Let's mark the lunch hour here. I usually mark the lunch hour, all the call zones. Honestly, I like to have them in mind. So I usually do it like this: lunch hour. This gives me a clean. This usually gives me a clean visual of what price is trying to do. As you can see here, Asia did simply a range, which is usually what Asia does, and then usually in London is the manipulation leg of the day. So price went higher, came right at the fair value gap, at one of the last fair value gaps of Friday's price action. Tried to work on that, distorted it a little bit here, but started to run lower, and this might be considered the manipulation leg. Because why isn't this one? Because a manipulation leg is usually a fast price action. Is usually something that entices traders to enter, and that's why when you see something like this, when you see Asia doing a range, London manipulating to some point of interest, higher or lower, and then starting to reject, usually you can expect that NY New York AM will expand the previous movement started in London. So that's why I was waiting for price to give me its hand, but I was waiting for sell side liquidity from data lows from previous NFP. Right now, price action is trying to work on these inverted fair value gaps, which is all in a discount of today's range. As you can see, if price manages to come above the equilibrium, this one here might be a good area to reshort, to a continuation of the short movement, of the bearish movement, and this fair value gap right here should be a big resistance too, because it's right at the middle of the range. It's an equilibrium fair value gap, and price can do something like this in these cases. Price can run above a little bit and then displace lower, do something like this. We can also see something like this. Or we can see something like this when price is really heavy and doesn't give us any opportunity to come back to premium, but usually it gives us. We just have to be patient. These of course are not predictions, but play types for bearish scenarios. If we change our bias to something that's bullish, I would only be bullish if we can really support above equilibrium. If we stay above equilibrium, if we manipulate down to discount and come back to equilibrium, that should be one signal of price action that would trigger some bias, because we have relative equal highs here, relative equal highs here, relative equal highs here, but that's not what's in play right now. price will probably run back and forth inside this upper leg here until lunch hour. The real fun will probably start at lunch hour. So I would not. I usually tend to not trade or initiate trades in between kill zones. I've done it in the past. I still do it sometimes, but usually when I do it, I tend to to prove that I should not, because price tends to be a bit more erratic. It tends to be sometimes too volatile for what's his had done in the New York AM session, and it's not as predictable as we can on New York AM or lunch hour kill zones or even NYPM kill zone. Which, by the way, we'll start at 1:30 to 4. These are the kill zones. These are the windows of time where price is usually more predictable, and usually they are the biggest movements happen in those window times. Well, right now price tried to suppress this for value gap, this bearish one. It didn't work. It didn't work out for price. Respected it, but that's not the type of respect that I would like to see on any PD array. As soon as price starts to trade inside the second half of it, it's kind of suspicious for me. Would like to see, usually like to see clean rejections from the first band, just like this here, just like this when price doesn't even closes inside of the fair value gap. This is the type of price action that I like to see, not this where price has time to distort inside of a fair value gap and do its own business, where you don't know what it's going to do next. Yeah, but I think that we will have something like this, and probably lunch hour will drive us higher to punish those who triggered their stops here, just right here, because there are a lot of sellers just like me who start to sell here and just put their stop loss at this point right below this fair value gap, or even below this midpoint of the bigger fair value gap. See, that's what I don't like when price moves just like this inside of fair value gaps, because it then displaces down low. It's not a displacement, but yeah, it's so far a rejection. Stopped right here and then moved again to the upside. If you were selling this fair value gap, right now you were starting to wondering, oh, what am I doing? My stop, which is probably around here, my stop will be triggered, right? So this is not the time to sell, unless we have some real displacements down here, which didn't happen. Almost 10 minutes to lunch hour, so we will probably start to see some moves. We are also entering a macro hour, which is 11, which is 11:50 to 12:50, 12:10. I'm sorry. This is also a macro hour. It's the macro right before the opening of the lunch hour, which usually it's not a good type of action macro. The ones that I liked the best are the 9:50 to 10:10, which here was an empty one. The 10:50 to 11:10, which usually gives us some nice momentum. Yeah, it marked the last leg of this down movement here. So 10:50 to 10:10, right on tick, right on point, right at a minute, if you can see here. Yeah, 10:50 here, 11:10 here. So now we have the 11:50 to 12:10. Let's see if this delivers something. If this isn't, or if this is not going to be an empty macro, we can eventually expect something like this inside a macro. And let's see. So far we are respecting this fair value gap. But also building a lot of stops here. There are a lot of people trying to sell this, and a lot of people that are selling this are putting their stops right above here. So there we go. Just like a train. 11:50, and the movement is starting. Let's see if this isn't just a purge of these stops and price will go lower, or if we maintain this bullish reaction to this down leg, and we'll purge the stops here. So far price is trying to disrespect this fair value gap here. I will mark it as inverted already, because I'm quite certain it will be disrespected. There we go. So the ones that were trying to sell this kind of displacement here are being punished. But we have some more stops to be purged. I'm expecting lunch hour to deliver price to equilibrium areas, which are around here, and eventually a little bit higher and a little bit further into premium. If price keeps grinding higher and does something like this, so came here, discount, will distort a bit here, and then moves higher, and then makes something like this, and then I would move my bias to bullish, because then we should aim for these highs here, the ones here, and eventually those ones here, but only if price does something like this. Otherwise, I'm expecting it to run here and the lower. Well, I will probably end the stream right now, because I will not interact with the markets. I will probably end the stream right now. My day is done. So for those who like the stream, who like the calm vibe of the stream, just give it a subscribe and see you tomorrow. Okay, thank you. Thank you for being here, and thank you for watching, and thank you for participating. Thank you very much, guys. Hope you have the rest of a good Monday. See you tomorrow.